If you are catching the show live from, if you are catching us live from Kampala, capital city, thank you very much for joining us this morning. We do appreciate you. Not forgetting those who are catching us live from Shigumba, Shiradongo district, right there. And my brothers and sisters in Biale, good morning. This morning I felt it is important that I should be able to recognize you. I've been told there are a great number of people who are watching Western television from that particular area, more especially in the district of Shiradongo. And not forgetting those who are catching us live from Masindi, Oima, Bulisa, Kiriadongo, and not forgetting those that are catching us live from Ashole sub-region. We do appreciate you very much and we thank you. We do not take you for granted always, and we do appreciate you always getting glued to your screen, and that is Western television. Not forgetting those who are catching us live from that is Arua city, I mean, not capital city, because we have only one capital city, and that is Kampala. And those who are catching us live from Marasha, Koboko, Yumbe, Ajumani, thank you very much for joining us this morning, and I will be able to give you a breath of every information that you need to know. This morning I have a series of stories that we shall be able to review this morning, and I believe that you are up following the show. For those who cannot follow us on their big screen using the StarTime dish, I have to tell you that you can as well download the StarTime app on your smartphone and you will be able to follow us using your smartphone. If you are in the office this morning, I do appreciate you very much, and it is important that you should be able to watch Western television this morning. And those who are having smartphones but you have not downloaded the StarTime app, I have to tell you that you can as well go to our YouTube page and you will be able to get the program live running on your phone using Western Television YouTube page. And for those who are following us on Facebook, Twitter, we do appreciate you very much, and that is how we can really grow together. If you cannot afford StarTime, but you can as well afford YouTube and also Facebook, and you follow the conversations right there. Drop your comments and we shall be able to sample them right here on Western Television. Thank you very much. My name is Dennis Oringi, and today happened to be that is 16th of March 2023, and it is a chilly morning, and I love the way the sun is rising. It is not different from what we are seeing on this screen at my back, and that is how the sun this morning is rising. And we call it Kokoliriko, and it is a very bright morning today. We received rainfall in the night. I do not know whether in your area you were able to receive rainfall, but for us here in Arua city, it rained cat and dog. So that is something that you need to know, and the weather is very, very calm. It means that for the farmers, you have to take the advantage of the rain that has returned back, and this is the first season that we can really use to see how we can really grow together and how we can really use the rain that is raining at this particular time. And for those who have started going to their gardens, we do appreciate you very much. We thank you for reading the season very well. And this is the time that we can really put some few crops on the ground, and by 6 months we shall be enjoying. And I know of people in Nebi, more especially in the sub-county of Kuchwin, Nyaravur, they are known for putting cassava down to germinate. This is the season, and you shouldn't really miss these kind of rains that we are receiving. You never know, because the coming of the rain, it is not us who planned, but it is from God. So we should not say that this is the first rain, we cannot really use this particular rain to plan. You never know. This might be a blessing to all of us, and we should be taking advantage of this kind of drizzle that we receive. Dear viewer, let's start from Arua district this morning. You need to know that Arua district local government through the Rotary Club Arua Eco City donated 200 reading materials to Okaraza Primary School in Vorasa County, Arua District, in commemoration of the National Drop Everything and Read Day theme reading as a way of life. So yesterday was the International Drop Everything and Read Day theme reading as a way of life. So yesterday, if it had reached that time, and I can remember vividly, if it reaches midday, leave what you're doing, pick something and you read loud, you understand? And so that is the International Day of Drop Everything and Read. So in commemoration of this particular day, Rotary Club, Arua Eco City, in partnership with Arua District Local Government, they were able to deliver reading materials to a primary school called Okaraza, and that is in Vora Sub-County as you're heading to Vora Custom right there. Let's have more from that particular story, and we'll listen to those who were able to take part in the giveaway of the reading materials to these learners.
Arua District Local Government, through the Rotary Club of Arua Eco City, has donated 200 books to Okazara Primary School in Vora Sub-County, Arua District, in commemoration of the Uganda National Drop Everything and Read Day, themed Reading as a Way of Life. The day was commemorated by a book reading from the students, the Arua District LC5 chairman, and the official handover of the 200 reading materials donated by Rotary Club Arua Eco City. Angotoko Kovin, the head teacher of Okazara Primary School, thanks Rotary Club Arua Eco City for identifying Okazara Primary School as a beneficiary of the donation.
I'm so grateful to Rotary Club Arua Eco City for identifying Okazara Primary School as a beneficiary. We are so grateful for the donation of books. Of course, our source of knowledge comes from books, and our children are very, very they have interest. They have a great interest in reading, and we always encourage them to read books, and we actually do not miss to give them chance to read books on a daily basis. So with the donation which has been given today, I'm hopeful that they will improve greatly in reading culture.
Lalam Sharam, the immediate former president of the Rotary Club Arua Eco City, cited that this donation aims at promoting a reading culture in the children as a way of improving the way of life.
We are here to celebrate reading. It is the National Deer Day, and it's being held today, March 15th, countrywide. And as Rotary Club, our basic education and literacy is one of our areas of focus. That is why you see us here. There's a signature program that we are running this Rotary year. Of course, it's going to continue. It's called BELEC, the Basic Education and Literacy Enhancement Program, and it focuses on improving reading. We've realized that there is a very big challenge at the grassroots, and that is early childhood. Without a strong foundation at the beginning, then the rest of it all becomes a sham. And also we've realized that the completion rate has really been very low. For those who begin and completing P7 is generally low. So the theme for this day is reading as a way of life. As a club, we've been involved in this is first of all our second Deer Day. The first Deer Day was on July 1st, and it was by Rotary. It was undertaken by all the Rotary clubs in Uganda. As a club, this is the second time we are making book donations to this school. And why are we doing that? We are promoting reading, a reading culture. There's a famous saying that if you want to hide something from an African, then put it in a book. Very few of us read, so reading has to be like our way of life. And I also want to re-echo to the parents out there that reading begins from home. So it is the parents who should inculcate this culture by sitting down with the children, sit close to them and read out a story to them, encourage them to read.
The Arua District LC5 Chairman, Honorable Alfred Okonzi, is appealing to the parents to take time to read to their children in order to instill a reading culture in our community.
Today, internationally, is known as the Day of Reading. They call it DEAR. DEAR means drop everything and read. So I am very, very grateful to Rotary Club of Arua Eco City for choosing Okazara Grammar School for promoting reading culture amongst our learners. I am here as district chairman to promote reading culture. Reading is very, very important. Reading helps you to get more information. Reading also opens for you the world. Every day you read, you get more information, and there you know that the world is getting open for you. And therefore I want to say to you people, children, you must read until words become your friends. So I appeal to parents, please spare time with your children, put books on your lap and read as children listen to you. There's no greatest gift that we can give to our children than reading for them. Let's make that happen. Please, I appeal to you, read until words become your friends.
The Uganda National Deer Day is a program aimed at promoting a reading culture and the love of learning on a national scale. This donation will help the children improve on their reading, which will in turn improve on their school performance. Reporting for West Nile Television, Muringa Christine, Nilecast.
All right, allow me to appreciate very much Rotary Club, more especially Arua Eco City chapter right there for taking this as a serious matter. Reading is very important, and as a person you should always be able to read something, at least in a day. Dedicate yourself to read at least something so that you get to refresh your mind. And we have a number of books that you can really read. You can go to the libraries that we do have around. Unfortunately, when we talk about public libraries in West Nile, these libraries are not being embraced and not being improved. So it makes it a little bit very hard for those who are out of schools to continue with the reading culture. I know of one library right here in Arua City, but it's very unfortunate that there's no deliberate effort that is being taken to see that the condition of the library is improved. There were a group of people who came up and said that they want to improve the condition of that particular library, but unfortunately up to this particular time the library still looks the same. And I do not know whether our political leaders and the technical people do care about the importance of these libraries. Remember, libraries help to keep these books that sometimes we might not really think about them. So if you go to these libraries, and you will be able to find some of the books that you have never read in your life. So reading is something that should be embraced by each and every person, even if you have not gone to school, but you can still read. And there are those who went to the school, and they can read as well. And there are those who went to school, they can also read. So if you have gone to school, make sure that you should continue reading. Somebody say that if you want to hide money, just keep it in your in a literature book, for instance, maybe in a novel, in a play. Find whether people will be able to open that particular book and read. You can even leave this book on the table and you can go wherever you want to go. You can even go to Kampala and you will still come back and get your money inside that particular book because people don't like reading. Reading is very important. It makes you healthy and it really improves your ability to understand certain things, and you get more knowledge as you continue reading because there are different people who write this book and they present their opinions. So it's also good to read people's opinions and you keep comparing the opinions written by some people with yours in as far as your ability of understanding is really concerned. Away from that, let's get to more stories from West Nile here. We are getting to Marasha district where joint security forces were able to recover 2 guns from Virasel, Makapa Parish, Marasha Town Council, Marasha district. The West Nile police spokesperson Josephine Angushera disclosed this to the media and to the general public that the 2 guns have been recovered, and she appreciates very much the members of the public for their vigilance in as far as reporting security matters are really concerned. So this is something that the Joint Security Forces are celebrating this morning, that 2 guns have been recovered from a village in Marasha, Town Council, Marasha District. Let's have more from that is the police spokesperson Josephine Angusha on this particular story of the 2 guns that have been recovered in Marasha District.
It's true that the Joint Security Forces have recovered 2 guns in 2 different incidences, but from the same village in Marata Town Council, Marata District. It so happened that on 14th March 2023, at around 9 p.m. in the night, the Joint Security Force recovered AK-47 with registration number 56-16-21-9008 with 5 rounds of ammunition from Nyera Cell, Okape Parish, Marata Town Council, Marata District. And a report of this was made at Marata CPS. And earlier on, before this recovery, at around 7:50 a.m. in the morning, the Joint Security Forces recovered another gun, SAR type, number TK2854, which is normally used by security guards, with 4 rounds of ammunition from the same Nyera Cell, Okape Parish, Marata Town Council, Marata District. So a report was made on the same at Marata CPS. If we look at all these, the recoveries have been as a result of the role played by our informers, and it is also due to the willingness of the community to share information with the security. Otherwise, if they were not willing to share information, the security forces would not have known about these weapons. So we really thank the informers and the members of the public for opening up to share information so that such illegal guns are handed over to the security. Because when these guns remain in the hands of private individuals, they may be misused for robberies, for killings, and so on. In other words, they may be used for terrorizing the communities. So when they are removed out like this, the community becomes more peaceful. So we really thank the members of public for that, and we appeal to them to continue sharing information about the same and voluntarily hand over the weapons to the security team. Because in our constitution, private individuals are not supposed to have guns unless if they are licensed. Otherwise, the more we allow guns to remain in the hands of these illegal people or people who are not supposed to handle weapons, then we shall become insecure as a community and even as a country. So our law does not allow it, and even for our own security, for our own safety as the community, we really don't encourage it. So let people hand over illegal guns to security forces for further management.
All right, thank you very much. You have heard from the police spokesperson for Western Sub-Region, who is none other than Superintendent of Police, Madam Josephine Angusha, on the recovery of the 2 guns in Marasha District. So this should also go to other people in other parts of this country. Please let us join hands together with the security forces to see that we live in peace. If you have seen something that is strange to you, just do us a favor and report the matter to the Elsevier person and then the LCR person would really know the channel of the communication, of informing the relevant authorities about that. So it is something that all of us should be able to embrace. If you have seen something that you have never seen in your life, and the thing looks to be metallic, so you have to be suspicious, and you should not just rush to maybe pick something just like that. Last year we witnessed a nasty scenario in Kokoliriko where some young ones who went to bathe at the stream, they were able to pick a grenade, and they were trying to sample what this metal is all about. So as in the process of hitting this metallic substance on a rock, then the metallic metal blast, and some lives were lost. For your information, some of them got fractured, and that is not good. So let us be telling these young ones to always be conscious whenever they get metallic things or objects in their surrounding. When maybe they are playing in the bush, maybe they are playing, in the football pitch. Remember, West Nile was known for the rebel activities. So there are some of these metallic substances that might have remained behind, left by the rebels that were really taking charge of this region. So we cannot run away from those issues. So we continue to have them. I love during the time that the LRA insurgency was hitting hard the northern region, more especially the Shuli sub-region, when people were returning back to their homes in 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009, up to around 2010. There are special projects of communicating to the community on the issues to do with metallic substances, objects when they come across. Witch, and that was the message to the Asholi by that time, that be careful with the landmines, with the grenade, with guns that you get around. So, and that message really went to the heart and the mind of the people of Asholi, and they were able to get rid of the military hardware that were left behind by either the UPDF soldiers or the LRA rebels in that region. So here in West Nile, the special project about giving communication, putting signposts, more especially areas that were used by the rebels, and also were fighting grounds for both the government in power then and the rebels during that time. So if we continue to inform the members of the community about some of these places that people should be very careful with, and when they come across any object that is metallic, they should not just touch anyhow. And they should be able to report to the various authorities that can take charge of that particular matter. So the message is very clear from the Superintendent of Police, Madam Josephine Agushe, who is the police spokesperson for West Nile sub-region. All right, away from that, you have to know that on Tuesday, Yumbe District commemorated the International Women's Day, and theirs was belated. And Joseph Jurua, our reporter, was able to attend the belated International Women's Day celebration for Yumbe District, where the people in Yumbe have been urged to embrace and promote women emancipation, and they should be able to empower the women in various capacities. And that was the message from the belated International Women's Day for Yumbe District. Let us have more on this particular story of the belated International Women's Day celebration for Yumbe District.
The people of Yumbe District are cautioned to embrace and empower the women in their various capacities. This was mentioned during the commemoration of the International Women's Day in Kerwa Sub-County, Yumbe District. The local council chairperson 3 of Kerwa Sub-County was overwhelmed with joy as Kerwa hosts the International Women's Day celebrations for the second time, while Michael Nabugeri, the settlement commandant for Biribidi Refugee Settlement, urged the people of Yumbe District to unite and promote the education of the girl child.
I'm happy that you have brought this occasion today to Kerwa. This will show to our neighbors that Uganda is progressing.
It's time now that we have to reflect, to see how better we can promote and how better we can capacitate the girl child to see that they are at the same level, albeit not leaving out the boy child, because in some vulnerable populations, especially the ones that I serve, usually the challenges are not any different, only that women have peculiar challenges as opposed to boys.
Article 33 of the 1995 Uganda Constitution states that women shall be accorded full and equal dignity of the person with men. The resident district commissioner for Yumbe district, however, applauded the NRM government through the leadership of Kaguta Museveni for empowering the women.
Article 33 of 1995 Uganda Constitution provides that women shall be accorded full and equal dignity of the person with men. The role of women in the NRM government has elevated actively participate in economic decision-making process, accessing and owning property, attaining quality education, and health, among others.
Meanwhile, the woman member of parliament for Yumbe district, Honorable Avako Melissa Naima Gule, has encouraged the people of Yumbe to have inclusion for everyone regardless of their gender.
Men can do what men can do, and we are celebrating today where women started from and where they are heading to with all the energy that they have. That includes everyone. No one should be left behind. In a family, whether a family member is a female or a gentleman, they have equal rights. Let us promote their rights, and we make sure we move as a team from family to community and to the nation, so that we speak with one voice and promote government programs.
She, however, applauded the development partners operating in Yumbe district for expanding social services to the communities.
I want to thank you so much for expanding social services in communities. I am aware of that. Thank you so much, our development partners, our implementing partners.
Yumbe district celebrated the International Women's Day 2023 in Kerwa sub-county under the theme Digital Innovation and Technology for Gender Equality.
Welcome to our day together. My dear
Joseph Churwa, West Nile TV, Nilecast.
Well, we're back from that particular story of the belated International Women's Day celebration for Yumbe District. I believe that you have been able to understand the message or the messages that were passed on that particular day. That was Tuesday for you right there. So I have to tell you there are a number of districts that were not able to celebrate the International Women's Day together with the rest of the world on that is 8th of March 2023 this year. I have to tell you that Yumbe had theirs on Tuesday. Nebi district, theirs was yesterday in Kuchwin sub-county, and that is the sub-county where I come from. So I have been told that it was a nice moment for the people of Kuchwin to have the district celebration there in their sub-county. And you know, Kuchwin sub-county is one of the biggest sub-counties that we do have in Nebi and also in Western sub-region. For your information, the cassava that is feeding people in Arua city, I have been told that this cassava comes from Kuchwin sub-county, and the sub-county is known for planting cassava, and the people who plant this cassava, majority are women. So the district felt it well that the sub-county should be able to host this year's International Women's Day celebration for Nebi district. So I believe the people of Kuchwin, you were able to pick the messages from the district leaders. Let us use the positive one, and the one that is not positive enough, let us try to put it aside, because we cannot consume each and everything that is being said to us. And as we continue also to listen to these political leaders from these districts that we have in West Nile, let us also be mindful of fighting corruption at the different government, local government units that we do have. Remember, we have currently, we are talking about the parish development model. I am interested in understanding how many women and how many groups are benefiting from this PDM in Kuchwin sub-county, and how many have so far received the money in their accounts, because the sub-county is a very fertile sub-county. sub-county when it comes to agriculture. So I believe this PDM money has reached the people of Kuching, and they will be able to put this money into a better usage as well. So other government programs, we should also not forget to always ask for other government programs. Let us not only focus on PDM and we forget about following other government programs, because if there is a very big topic to be discussed like PDM at this particular time in point, some people take advantage of stealing money meant for other government programs in these local government units up to the lower local government units. So let us continue to ask questions, accountability questions, to see that there is value for money, there is accountability for the money that government is really sending for the wananchi to benefit from. Let us not forget to ask for better roads in our districts, because if we don't have good infrastructure, even if you are given 100 million in that particular parish and the parish has poor road network, that 100 million will be useless, and we will not really have a trace that can be traced to show to the people that, look here, when government gave us 100 million, we are able to use it for this and that. And remember, under the PDM, the aspect of value sharing, the transportation to the market availability matters a lot also. So we cannot go to the market using bad roads. So the district leaders should also look into that. And I love Kuching sub-county being the one of the biggest sub-counties that we have in Nebi district. The road network seems to be also appalling. So I believe that the district leadership of Nebi, you are working on that particular issue of the road sector in Kuching sub-county. And I believe also the sub-county has allocated some money to work on the sub-county roads that we do have at the sub-county right there, so that the people are able to move to the market. And there's only one weekly market that is in at the Kuching Trading Center, the Kuching auction every Saturday. It attracts a great number of people from different parts of this western sub-region. There are people who move all the way from Arua City to go to that particular market because they know that there they sell cassava cheaply. And when people are selling things cheaply, it means that the food is much in that particular area. So we can really support such sub-counties that are food baskets for maybe a region. And as we all know that the Zombo district is the food basket for West Nile sub-region, for your information if you do not know, because the district is endowed with good natural resources, good fertile land, and the district produces all sorts of food items that you want to eat. Go to Paida market every Wednesday and Saturday, and you will be able to witness this by yourself. Look at a number of women and young boys and men carrying food produce from different corners of Zombo district, bringing to Paida market, and also count the number of lorries leaving Paida town every market day, carrying food items out of Zombo district to other districts that we have in the Greater North, in the sub-region, in the region of that is Bunyoro, and also to Acholi sub-region. So we should not be joking around. As West Nilers, we have been blessed with good natural resources that we can take advantage of if we are serious, if we do not really get involved in discussions only without practically implementing what we always discuss. And that's why I always say I love belonging to certain WhatsApp groups where we have elites discussing issues, and you don't see the issues that are being discussed practically being implemented. So you ask yourself, why to get such education and then you don't really use the knowledge that you have attained from the education very well? Away from the belated International Women's Day celebration for the Yumbe district that was at Kerwa sub-county bordering South Sudan, right at that extreme end. Pakwash district is celebrating their belated International Women's Day celebration today in Pokwero sub-county, in Pokwero, that is at Wing Primary School, Pokwero Parish, that is under Panyango sub-county. Wing Primary School was the primary school that hosted the total solar eclipse view that happened in 2013. I think majority of us, if we are to be asked at random, we cannot really remember exactly the solar eclipse day. I think it was on 7th of November. I beg to be corrected. That is something that I can really remember. Or 3rd November, around there. So around 3rd, and between 3rd to 7th November 2013, I can remember vividly, and I was part of that. So Wayne Primary School is where the whole world was able to view the total solar eclipse from, and there is a monument that has been constructed, and I believe that taking the belated International Women's Day celebration to Wayne Primary School, some advocacy will be done for the school as well, and also for the monument put in remembrance and also in commemoration of the total solar eclipse view that people were able to have from that particular ground. And on that day, when the whole world was to experience total solar eclipse, I have to tell you that Pokwero became a capital city of Uganda. All sorts of services you would not miss at Pokwero. But unfortunately, after viewing the total solar eclipse, people disappeared and they left the primary school. There were some promises that were made for the primary school, and up to now the promises have not been made, have not been fulfilled. And the monument has also the chain link constructed around the monument has well been destroyed by the community, and the place looked to be forgotten, yet the place was recognized internationally. Just go to your Google and you just type Wayne Primary School. What will come there will be the total solar eclipse that happened on that particular ground at Wayne Primary School playgrounds right there, where President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni was the chief viewer. I can remember vividly, and we were told to push all the chicken and dogs, goats inside our houses, because it would destroy the eyes of these animals. So we're able to push our chicken inside the houses so that their eyes cannot really get spoiled. And even human beings, the little ones, the young children, were all pushed inside when it was announced that at this particular time we shall be viewing, and you should not just view using your local, you should not view direct with your eye. You have to use something to view the total solar eclipse. So it was a moment also of learning, and also of relearning, of unlearning as well. So we learned a lot, and there are certain things that can really be good for a moment, and it's good also for history, and that has marked history for the people of Jonam County, for the people of Pakwash District as well. So we do appreciate you very much. Okay, dear viewer, we are going for a break, and when we come back, we shall be able to continue with more stories that we have prepared for you this morning. My name is Dennis Oringi, and this is Kokoliriko on Western Television. By the way, before we go for a break, there is a QR code on your screen down. Make sure that you just use your smartphone. What you do, just get to your Google search and then click there. There's that option for the camera, and then you tap on the camera, and then you just come with your phone, and then you will be able to sign in to our YouTube account, meaning that you are able to get the YouTube account and subscribe to our YouTube account. That means that even if you're away from your big screen that is in your living room, maybe in your office, you are able to get notification of our live programs that will be running on YouTube, and anything that we shall be able to upload on our YouTube page, you will be able to get it instantly, and you will be able to watch. So let us do that. Get your smartphone, go to your Google search, just get to the camera option, and then you scan the QR code right there, so that you're able to join this world of globalization, where the world is becoming a global village. You can be able to access Western Television wherever you will be able to go. Good morning. Let's go for a break.
West Nile TV, lighting up the region. Miss Uganda 2023 finale. The wait is over. 470 contestants, 21 finalists, one big stage. Who will be the next beauty queen? The battle for the crown is on. This is the most beautiful showdown, the most unpredictable competition. Miss Uganda 2023 Grand Finale on March 18th, live on Makula TV at 8 p.m. only on Star Times. Miss Uganda 2023, beauty beyond looks.
West Nile TV, lighting up the region. West Nile TV, lighting up the region.
Well, we're back. I am glad that you're still watching West Nile Television. Kokoliriko Show is the show that you're watching. It's a show that comes every Monday through Friday, and today happened to be Thursday, 16th of March 2023, where I am here to give you what is happening in the world of politics and what is happening in the world of economics and what is happening in the world of sociology as well. So it's important that we should be able to understand how people are socializing, how people are making money, and how business is moving on, and how the political world is also behaving. So we got the politicians, some of them think that I have to buy the 500 iron sheets and return to the office of the Prime Minister because my name, I don't want my name to be spoiled for stealing iron sheets. So more of that we shall be able to bring to your attention later on. But let's get more stories from Western Sub-region. Turn to their cry and see how they can be helped in as far as safe and clean water is concerned. Remember, currently what the people in that sub-county are doing, they are getting to the River Nile to fetch the water for both domestic and they are, for both domestic use and also for other purposes. So they are prone to be affected by other diseases like bilharzia, and they are really appealing to the government of the Republic of Uganda through the district leadership to think about them in as far as clean and safe water is concerned. They say that they are tired of fetching water from River Nile and drinking the same water. And remember, the River Nile water is not safe for drinking, for your information, because it is not treated. And they are also depending on Ora River water that flows, that comes all the way from Zombo district and all the way from Democratic Republic of Congo via Zombo district up to the River Nile right there. So these are sources of water for these people in Wadlai sub-county, more especially at Motair, and Motair is close to the shore of Albert Nile, that is in Pakwash district. So let's get more on this particular story from Emmanuel Agele as he reports on the water crisis hitting the people of Wadlai sub-county in Pakwash district. Good morning.
For a very long period of time, the communities in Wadlai sub-county in Pakwach district has struggled with sources of clean water that has made them to resort to fetching from River Nile for domestic use that has caused them diseases such as bilharzia. Ongom Matias is the LC2 chairman, Mutir Paris, and he stretches the issues of water crisis in Mutir Paris, Wadlai sub-county.
Before the installment of this tap water system in the Paris, more especially in Mutir Central Village, we had problems of long distance, which our women were traveling to the water source, which is the Nile River. And it is almost about 4 kilometers away from here. And the next problem is river water is not good for human consumption because it is contaminated. So when they were bringing it, first of all, they were advised to boil it properly, and that was a very big task for most mothers who could not make it that way. They were consuming it raw like that without boiling it. So people here were getting bilharzia and other diseases, waterborne diseases. So with this tap water system, all these problems are now history. And it is not only serving one village. At the moment, about 5 villages have been connected using this tap water system. And the population currently is very happy.
We do not have a clean water. People were using River Nile, which there are a lot of diseases which were affecting people, especially the bilharzia. So with the intervention of the district and the Minister of Water, as I said earlier, that we are somehow okay, especially when we get water, this tap water of Umed, which means that about 80 to 90% of the sub-county will have water, clean water.
The LC3 Wadlai sub-county stated that the water project came about as a result of inaccessibility of the water system at Onjigo Trading Center.
Wadlai sub-county had challenges, especially issues to do with water. You know, these people here in Mutir Parish, we have 4 villages that have been given, 5 villages that have been given this water. In these 5 villages, they had limited access to water. The women could move 2 kilometers, sometimes 3 kilometers for those ones who are far apart, and to fetch water from the Nile. 2, water from the Nile had issues to do with bilharzia that has been affecting the communities around. So the district had the initiative, wrote to Minister of Water, and Minister of Water took the initiative of constructing for us this water project that is supplying 5 villages in Mutir Parish. The Pakwa district tasked the ministry to make sure they have a separate water point for the people of Mutir who could not access clean water, and they had a lot of issues to do with bilharzia, and women would move long distance. This had been paralyzing their other activities that they could have gotten involved in, especially like garden work and so on.
The Chief Administrative Officer of Pakwach District, Tivoma, commit to present the demands of the people to the government for intervention.
We have the water project, Northern Umbrella project, which is in the district. Government has water under Northern Umbrella and also the Alui dry water corridor water, which is here for the people. That's interacted with the water people. I'm very happy the people are really in need of water. The water has been planned specifically for domestic, but they also now using it for bricklaying and so on. So they are saying there is a need for more of it. So that one we shall communicate to government how the water can be extended also for industrial use.
The water access rates in Pakwach vary from 17% to 90%, with 601 domestic water points
put by the following organizations. In a special way, we do appreciate very much the government of the Republic of Uganda through the Ministry of Water and Environment for having the Northern Umbrella for Water and Sanitation. And the Northern Umbrella of Water and Sanitation is really supporting and helping very many people in Western Sub-region, more especially when we talk about the Alui Dry Corridor, the water plant that is supplying the Greater Pakwach district. I have to tell you that at least lives of the people have changed in as far as clean and safe water is really concerned, because the people of Alui Sub-County, the people that the project was written for, are benefiting from this water, the Alui Dry Corridor water project, and it is being managed by the Northern Umbrella of Water and Sanitation. And remember, Northern Umbrella of Water and Sanitation is also really supplying clean and safe water for the people in the different settlements that we have in Western Sub-region, supplying some of the areas that we do have in Greater Nebi, more special areas that do not have access to clean and safe water. I know of one parish in Pakwach district, and that is Fualwanga parish, where African Water Point that is supplying the people of Fualwanga parish, more especially in the village of Paila, and also the people of Fualwanga itself. And this project will be extended to some of the villages that are neighboring the source of the water here. And I believe that sometimes to come, my village will also be able to benefit from this particular project because the distance from where this water point is not far away. And that is something that I cannot miss mentioning this morning, that the Ministry of Water and Environment is doing a lot to see that people have access to clean and safe water. And remember, currently the underwater management in our country, Uganda, we have the National Water and Sewerage Corporation and we have the Northern Umbrella of Water and Sanitation. So these are the authorities that are in charge of supplying clean and safe water to the Ugandans that we do have. So National Water and Sewerage Corporation, they are concentrated in urban areas. Meanwhile, for Northern Umbrella of Water and Sanitation, they are more into the rural areas, more especially in the north. Remember, as the people in the north, we were faced with a challenge of clean and safe water accessibility, but with these interventions that we are really seeing, we are now getting to some percentage in as far as access to clean and safe water is really concerned. So we don't take this for granted. We do appreciate very much the effort of the government of the Republic of Uganda together with other partners to see that people have access to clean and safe water. Remember, if you have access to clean and safe water, you will be able to get rid of some of the non-communicable diseases that do affect us always. So we should continue to take clean and safe water so that we are safe. Remember, when you do take clean and safe water, it also reduces on your expenditure on on health matters. So the money that you're supposed to use for treating bilharzia can be used for other things. So this should be something that we should be able to embrace, all of us, and we should be able to take good care of the water points that are being put up for us to support us. So it is quite unfortunate that in some communities people tend to destroy some of the water points, and they think that they're destroying that for the for the people who really put it up. Remember, when you spoil something, you're spoiling it for yourself. It will be you who will be affected, and for them, they will continue to take clean and safe water, and in return, the problem that you're going to have, it will be you, not any other person. So we have to protect these water points that are being put up by different partners who are really supporting us and seeing that we are really getting clean and safe water in our areas of residence where we do stay. While here in Arua City, I do urge the people of Arua City, please let us embrace this project of the National Water and Sewerage Corporation. Let us connect our sewage line to the National Water and Sewage Corporation line, so that the fecal matter disposal is really good in the city. We cannot continue to have a city where people, disposed of fecal matter just like that, in an open. But if a forest used to be a dumping ground for the fecal matter that is being, collected from the different households that we have here in Arua. But because of the connection of the National Water and Sewerage Corporation line, the sewer lines that we do have in the city, at least the number of vehicles that, the pool access vehicles that do get in Barifa to dispose of the fecal matters have reduced. So it is something that we don't take for granted. So we do appreciate very much the National Water and Sewerage Corporation for thinking about the people of Arua City. Remember, there were some boreholes here in the city that were really even, dismantled simply because they are not now safe for the people in as far as the water that is generated from the boreholes are really concerned. So people were using borehole water at the city center. Please, you have to be very, very careful. If not, you will end up getting a non-communicable disease that will really affect your life. So whenever you're taking water, you should be able to understand the source of the water, more especially for the people who are always doing transactions at the city center, because some of the people who are selling in hotels, the water that they use in these hotels, they give for people for drinking. Sometimes we do not understand the source of this water. So we should be very careful when we are consuming such water whenever we are in some of these hotels, more especially the hotels that are in between papyrus. Some of the water that is being consumed in some of these hotels, the water seems not to be safe to be. That's according to me, because first of all, I do not know the source where this water is coming from, and the management of the water alone matters also a lot. Storing the water also matters a lot. Where are you storing this water? How safe is the container or the containers that you're using for storing this particular water? So some of the diseases that we are suffering from, it is also because of our ignorance. Maybe because also we do not take time to analyze certain things before we get to consume such water that is being provided for us. Dear viewer, let's get to more stories this morning that we have prepared for you. On the international scene, allow me to tell you that homosexuality, the church leaders have been cautioned on external funding, and church leaders in Metoma district and other parts of the country have been cautioned, that is the religious leaders in the district, to be careful on sources of their external funding, as some could be from promoters of homosexuality. So whatever is given to you in form of donation, support, if you are a church leader, you should be very careful with such monies that are being given to you. For those who are receiving donations from different people within the country and also outside the country, there are some of these donations that are not clean donations. They're donations with a string attached to, and they will tell you, we are giving you these millions of money, but what we want from you is that please allow us to use your church to preach this gospel. Allow me to use the word gospel, to preach this gospel of homosexuality. And as a pastor, some of the churches, the mushrooming churches that we do have around here, their aim is just to make money, but not to change souls. That is according to my personal observation and an analysis. So I am to mention that because it is my opinion and it is my view that some of the mushrooming churches need to be investigated. They are not, doing what they are supposed to do in as far as preaching the gospel of Jesus Christ is concerned. They are preaching their own gospel of money. They want to say, how can I make money? How can I drive good cars? We give envelopes to these people to finance us. I find that the pastor is being financed by the congregation. The wife is also being financed by the congregation. People are paying children of the pastors in good schools, and the people who are paying the children of the pastors in good schools, they have their children studying in UP schools. And so this is the world we are living in, with a lot of confusion and with a lot of issues here and there. It takes one to understand how this world is being driven by us. Now, this call or this appeal was made to the religious leaders during a meeting of religious leaders at Mitoma Archdeaconry, that is in Mitoma District. Severiano Biarohanga, leader of the Seventh-day Adventist Church in Mitoma District, said since even the Bible condemns homosexuality, they should not give any chance to the vice to spread to the society. And quoting him further verbatim, he says that as church leaders, I think we have a role to play, because if we keep quiet, the society will slowly sink into moral degeneration. And the church is a house where people gather to worship their God, but not to do homosexuality. He said this on Tuesday. And Pastor Bagwa Biono Mugisha, the head of Pentecostal churches in Mitoma District, said as church leaders they are ready to support the government in the fight against homosexuality, quoting him verbatim, saying that we must be careful, especially with where we get funds from. We need the money, but we must also be careful not to destroy the church of God. He said. The Uganda Muslim Council Vice Chairperson for Busenyi District, that is none other than Adam Turiakira, said such habits are evil and therefore the culprits should be tried in courts of laws and given heavy sentences. West Ankole Bishop, that is Johnson Trinomujuni, however, urged religious leaders to preach the gospel of love without segregating people according to faith or political affiliations, quoting him verbatim, saying that religious leaders should be the core source of peace among people by preaching the gospel that doesn't segregate. Working together for a common goal should always be our aim. We should always remember love unites us. He said that now the Mitoma Resident District Commissioner, who is none other than Francis Kibuka Amoti, says that the religious leaders should really come together and look for solutions to issues affecting them. So this is the matter concerning the homosexuality. So the religious leaders seems to be speaking one language when it comes to fight against homosexuality in this country. We have also known that the Parliament of the Republic of Uganda is in the process of passing a bill of anti-homosexuality. And this bill is being presented by the Member of Parliament for that is Bujiri Municipality, Asman Basalwa. The bill was tabled on the floor of Parliament for the first reading. I think it will be tabled for the second reading after the Minister of Finance and Economic Development presented the certificate of the financial implication in as far as this particular bill is concerned. Remember, when a bill is being prepared at Parliament of the Republic of Uganda, whether it's a private member bill, it takes a lot of government's money. Remember, the paperwork need to be done. The members of Parliament need to be financed in as far as consultation is really concerned. So the Minister of Finance should really be able to say that yes, we have money to see that this particular bill is processed and it is made a law in this country when it is assented to by the President of the Republic of Uganda. So remember, everything before it becomes a law, all the bills should first pass through the head of state, who is none other than the President of the Republic of Uganda, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Once he signs on that particular paper containing that bill, then it becomes a law immediately. So the Parliament of the Republic of Uganda is in the process of enacting this law through a bill that has been presented by a private member who is none other than the Honorable Member of Parliament for Bujiri Municipality, Honorable Asman Basalwa, right there. So we call upon the members of Parliament to discuss the bill extensively and also to be mindful of human rights as well, and also be mindful of the morals of our society. We should not really go to the extreme where we have moral degeneration right there. So away from that, allow me to give you more updates that Mulago staff right there. So the government has released a new salary scale for administrators and staff of Mulago National Referral Hospital, according to a March 9th letter by the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Public Service, and that is none other than Ms. Catherine Bitarakwati. The approval monthly salary for the hospital's executive director is is 15.1 million, while that of the Deputy Executive Director is 13.3 million. That is the new approval of the salary scale. Driver will each get a monthly pay of that is 221,987. So that is the information that I felt it is important and I should be able to bring to your attention this morning in as far as national issues are really concerned. Let's also get to this where President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni said that the country will be able to adopt the implementation of the nuclear power plant here in our country. He says that relying on the hydro power plant will not really take the country far. President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni said this while witnessing the signing of memorandum of understanding that said nuclear power will provide a reliable and sustainable power supply to boost what we call social economic development in the country. He also explained that the changing weather patterns mean that hydropower is no longer very reliable. Remember in 2005, according to President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, that Uganda experienced a severe drought that affected the hydrology of the River Nile, which affected the electricity generation from the Owen Falls Dam right there in Jinja. As a result, the country resorted to expensive fossil-powered plants. That is what Mr. Museveni said to the people who were present during the signing of the memorandum of understanding between the Ministry of Energy and Minerals Development and that is a South Korean company to construct 2,000 that is megawatts nuclear plant here in our country, Uganda. And this has also been a discussion that some West Nilers have been having in as far as having reliable and sufficient power to this region is really concerned. They say that the hydro power plants that are being constructed, Nyagak 1, Nyagak 3, connecting West Nile to the national grid, and that is tapping the power from the Karuma Dam. This will not be sustainable because it will reach a point that we shall also be able to have challenges with the national grid that will be tapped from Karuma Dam, power dam right there. They were really bringing in alternative of nuclear power here in our country, Uganda. I believe this will really supplement the already existing hydro power plants that we do have in this particular country called Uganda. And out of that, I believe the people of West Nile will also be able to benefit from this 2,000 megawatts power that will be generated from the school teachers in Apache district are on strike over salary arrears. Dozens of secondary school teachers on government payroll, that is in Apache district, have laid down their tools over failure by the district authorities to clear their 2 months salary arrears. So this is something that you need to know. I do know that there are some districts that might also be in this problem that Apache district is facing. I also do know that we do have some secondary school teachers who have not been able to get their that is November and December salary for the year 2022. And if you have missed your salary, I have to tell you that you have your right to demand for the accountability, and you have the right to demand for your money from the office of the Chief Administrative Officer of the district that you are really serving in. Get to the Auditor General report and you will be able to understand how government money is being spent, and you will be able to know that either your money was used by somebody who is not even qualified to work in that particular district. And that is some of the quick pick that I can really give you from the Auditor General's report of the financial year 2021-2022, that you can access even the reports from the Auditor General's portal on your smartphone as well, and you can be able to download the whole report that very soon we shall be able to see the Parliamentary Account Committee in relation to the expenditures that were made by different district leaders that we do have in this country. My name is Dennis Oringi. Thank you very much for being with us up to this particular time. I am getting out of the studio, leaving you in the hands of the production to give you more programs right there. Remember, we shall be able to have, that is the Northern Request, where they will be able to give you the music that you'll be able to enjoy. And also don't forget, MC Saj will be coming from 1 to 2 with the Street Talks, and then the Whistle Time from 2 to 3, and then 5 p.m. Chuku Chuku Live with the DJ Bosch and Hashan the Big Brother together with the Fifi Hafi, as they will be discussing what is happening in the world of celebrity and also entertainment as well. And at exactly 7 p.m. Christine Okumuringa comes back with the Nilecast news stories that shall be presented to you, as the newsroom will be working on the stories as well. Dear viewer, thank you very much for being with us, and Vaco 99 will be able to take you to your bed. That is from 8 to 9 p.m. here on Western Television. Have the best of your morning. Good morning.
Miss Uganda 2023 finale. The wait is over. 470 contestants, 21 finalists, one big stage. Who will be the next beauty queen? The battle for the crown is on. This is the most beautiful showdown, the most unpredictable competition. Miss Uganda 2023 Grand Finale on March 18th, live on Makula TV at 8 p.m. only on Star Times. Miss Uganda 2023, beauty beyond looks.
West Nile TV, lighting up the region.